What's the deal, my people? You know what it is, Don Tony Teflon. I'm back at you, another one, and this is a Dexter Resurrection theory. Now, this is not my theory, but someone in my comment section left this theory, and they talked about it during the live stream. So for this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you this person's theory and who this person is, and then I'm going to do my best to try to flush it out a little bit for them. I'm going to give you my opinion on what works. I'm going to tell you what I think doesn't work, and then it'll be up to you at the end to decide whether you like this theory or think it's going to happen. And I want to know from you in the comment section. Once again, I want to thank everybody who has thumbs up these videos, making me hit the 500 like goal. I truly appreciate it. And the people who subscribe to the channel, it's a great time during these live streams that I do. I want to see you all there. Let's get right into this theory. And this theory is from Adam Water. In this theory, Adam contends that Mia is going to be set up by Dexter to take the fall for Harrison for the hotel murders. I think it's a solid theory, so let's talk a little bit why he believes that this is going to happen. And if you're a person in the comments saying that's my theory, I am saying that he made it up because that's the person I heard say it. So you may have said it, and I'm sure a lot of us come up with the same things, but let's give this man his due. Let's get into it. We see Mia show Dexter all of her treasures, or should we call them trophies, and she keeps them inside of the ballerina box. When we look inside that ballerina box, it does look like she takes a lot of random things from men. So if Dexter was to set her up, he would just have to drop that watch that Harrison has inside of her trophy box, and then she gets bagged up for that. And it also fits her MO. She is known as Lady Vengeance, so people would think that, hey, this guy was sexually abusing women. That is what she kills people for, so it would all fit into place. Now, I think that this is a solid theory, and because we had the last trailer come out, I think we can add, or I can add a couple of more things to this and try to make it a little bit more solid. In this last trailer, we see a couple of things that are interesting that might point to this theory actually being true. Let's go through a couple of points. We do hear Leon Prater say that there's a problem, or should I say Charlie says that there's a problem. And then we hear Leon say, you know, don't I pay you basically to get rid of these problems? And then we see another shot of Charlie, and it looks like she is in a prison cell, a jail cell. But she's not in the actual cell. She could be going to see somebody who's locked up and ready to talk to them. If that is the case, I could easily see if Dexter did this to her, then she would get locked up for this crime. And when she got locked up for this crime, Charlie goes to visit her because she says there's a problem all of a sudden, and the problem is one of the members got caught. Who could expose the whole situation for all of them? And then that, to me, would lead Charlie to having to take her out while she is in jail, or having an asset of theirs to take her out while she is in jail. Even though Prater is a billionaire, if she is charged for this murder, plus the whole Lady Vengeance situation, I cannot see them letting her out of jail. Listen, is it possible? Hey, it's a television show. Anything is. But realistically, I think she would have to stay locked up. So I think that kind of points to this theory and helps this theory going forward. It could be something like that. Now also, according to IMDb, and you know you can only take them for a grain of salt, but they do get a lot of things right. It does say, and if this is a spoiler, I'm sorry, you could fast forward this a little bit, that the actress who plays Mia is only supposed to be in 3 episodes this season. So, we have seen her in 1. We know she's in the next episode. The 3rd episode she is supposed to be in. They don't say exactly what episode it is, but she's only supposed to be playing 3. So this could lead that her case does get solved early. If it gets solved early because she's hanging out with Dexter right now, it would make sense that something like this happens, and this could be the reason of her departure from the show. Even though we see her taking somebody out in the trailer, we could easily say that this guy was supposed to be her first victim. That's who she was going to take out. But because Harrison did it, she did not have the opportunity to do so. So for that reason, she had to shift and then get this guy. Now, that is 100% possible. Again, I like the theory, and I think it's very plausible that this happens. I really do think that we could see it going down this route. But there are a couple of problems in this theory. Let me point them out real quick. When I think about this theory and I try to think about, is there anything that weighs this theory down, why it should not or could not happen, it truly is hard for me to find anything wrong with it. It all does fit. They showed us that music box for some reason, right? And where she keeps her trophies. And it would be easy for Dexter to go in there and slip this watch right in there and then put the blame on her. But my number one problem would be that they have no footage. The cops, they have been shown going through all of the footage on the hotel, and not one time do they show her in this hotel. They make a point of saying she is staying in an Airbnb. So she is there. She has not been in a hotel. In fact, they stress this about Harrison, saying they had proof that he never left the hotel at all. So you would think that they would have to go back, look at that police footage, because if she's alive, again, 2 different ways. If she's dead, it's going to go away a little bit easier. But if she's alive, you know she's going to deny this whole situation. And either way, if she says, I was not there, and there is no proof she's there, because they have been through this whole camera system and then the MO of chopping up the body into all of these pieces is problematic, because we know that's how Dexter does it. And if they get proof that Dexter has been seen with her and they've been running around, hanging out, and they've been together, then it's going to be more proof that Dexter is the Bay Harbor Butcher, which will put more blame on Harrison in the end when that happens. So that would be the major problems of this whole situation. Now, if she is left alive, and that's something that I put in there, that she gets bagged up by the cops, Dexter would have to know that she would talk a little bit. It depends how much she knows. Does she know anything that Dexter is setting people up? She would know she set him up, and I'm sure she would spill the beans, and he would have to be worried about that. But even so, I do think that they would have no choice but to take her out anyway, because she has been bagged up and she has brought too much attention to herself, which would bring too much attention to the group, so therefore they would have no choice but to take her out, but then they would have more information on Dexter. And we also see in this episode Dexter wanting to tell her that he is the Bay Harbor Butcher. He's starting to fall for her. But Harry's a cock-blocking motherfucker, so he might have talked Dexter out of that, and this is what happens. Or maybe Dexter does knock her out. We seen him with the syringe in this trailer, so maybe that syringe is for her to knock her out, get her on the table, or do something and set her up. Get her on the table, put that stuff inside of her box. The cops come, they find the box but not the body, and then it is all wrapped up. But that is the theory. You tell me what you think in the comment section. I think it's a very good theory, and any one of y'all who thought of it, y'all did a great job thinking of this theory. But again, you tell me in the comment section what y'all think. And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm, and of course subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.